technically live. Well, they can't hear us, don't worry. Well. Hello and welcome, all you lords and ladies of fate. You have found your way back to the only Twitch tabletop stream that empowers you, the viewer, to control the destinies of our players. You earn fate chips simply by watching, following, hosting, or subscribing. Take those fate chips and spend them to buy items, heal the players, or make them say silly things. You can even force the party into random encounters, which would be very, very interesting tonight. Tonight, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, set in a fantastical world of Edinia, a place where diametrically opposed factions vie for control of all the magic in the world. Hello, everyone!
Hello.
Hola.
Today, we are joined by our intrepid cast of heroes, starting with Good Devil playing Quentin, the half-elf warlock. Hiya. Jesse playing Holly Hera, the half-elf druid. Half. Nat playing Gur, the bugbear barbarian.
I'm full.
Full of shit. Tavy playing Sister Nova, the Aasimar paladin.
Hi.
And we are also joined by the disembodied voice of Jen Washitashi as Gray.
I am Gray.
The half-orc sorcerer. I had to remember what he was.
I am all those things.
Especially the us. Well, how are we? So we're back after 2 weeks, which means that none of you remember what happened last week. So this should be a very fun recap. Take it away.
I got captured.
I don't know what happened last week. I graduated.
Hey.
Congratulations.
I'll take us to the recap.
Yeah, last week we played games on Jackbox.
All right, what happened 2 weeks ago? Smartasses.
Oh, right. Stay
So
broke.
two-
Stay
bitches.
broke.
2 weeks ago,
That was so
we the crew split because Gray and Sniffler decided to rob the burlesque stagecoach.
Mhm.
And everyone was very mad at Gray and disappointed in Sniffler. So when everyone hopped out the window, Gray went the other direction. So Gray decided to make his way through the town, and he robbed a shop and cast sleep on someone in order to do so. He robbed a shop of all their fireworks, which happens to be the lifeblood of the shop owner. So he ruined someone's life. And then he went he went to the castle outskirts and laid a bunch of fireworks and cast a bunch of spells and lit a bunch of torches in order to create a distraction so that the heist could go well. So that's what Gray did. And while all of that was happening, the crew was setting up for the heist and breaking in. They heard all of the distraction happening, and I think they were able to get in essentially, unscathed. I think that's how that went. And then Gray got caught on the way out. He tried to escape, and escape was not an option. So Gray is currently has been captured by the village guard, the castle guard, and I think the rest of the crew is still in the Library of Midnight. Correct?
So we ended last session with Sister Nova and Quentin taking one step into the library, officially starting the heist.
Yay! Did I miss anything?
No, I think you touched on everything. Anger at you and disappointment at Sniffler. Destroying the livelihood of one shopkeeper. Getting captured. Yep. We hit pretty much everything.
Okay, cool.
We disabled some guards.
Yeah.
Tied them out to a tree out in the forest, I believe.
Which was, in hindsight, completely unnecessary. They would have
But we were cats,
Yeah.
damn it.
So it is my where is Sniffler, by the way? Who has Sniffler? Okay, we're good. So we're all on the same page there. So as it stands right now, Gray is underneath a pile of guards. Quentin and Sister Nova are one step into the Library of Midnight, and Holly Hera and Gur have started to make their way back to the sewer entrance. Am I correct in all of those assumptions?
Beats me. But sounds good.
Beats me.
Yes.
Yeah.
We stopped to see if we could figure out what was going on, but we couldn't, so we just kept going.
That's right. Because you guys were trying to jump some guards, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody cast something on them?
She put that sleep stuff in their mouth.
That's right. And were you in the form of a kitty cat when you did that?
No.
Let's see if this will work. If I can.
I was
do
big
this
girl.
in the
Not
middle
you.
of you guys talking. So keep going.
Hey,
So
girl.
I thought
Big girls don't cry.
Holly Hera transformed into a cat in order to apply the sleep stuff to them. To
Hey,
their mouths.
thanks,
Yeah.
Lonely Fans, for that sub. That's 10 months in a row.
She was.
Was that not accurate? Wait, did you transfer back, Holly Hera, or?
I did, because I went and I used my
Oh,
double
no,
club.
that's
Right.
not
I
good.
remember that.
I really should be doing this in what's it called?
OBS.
Oh, hey, look. Okay, so where do we want to put our friend? We have a friend, everybody. Look at him dancing around on the screen. Where do we want him?
Oh yeah,
Right
I'm
there.
starting a poll too.
Oh, hey, let me actually pull up Roll20 and the stream. I mean, that's so cool. I
I
see
got a
it.
name.
Look at him.
So I took some of the best name ideas.
Oh,
and
so
threw
we
it up
have
there.
a poll in chat
There's a
right
poll.
now to name our stream pet. Look at him. He's so cute.
What do you think he couldn't do?
Like
Oh.
you took my little fadey idea.
Little Fady's pretty dope. Only if we spell it with a D, like it's a mumble rapper name.
Man, the last two are really good. I like the bottom two.
So I think one's German and the other one is Japanese.
All right. Well, you still have a few minutes there to vote for the name there of what you think our little friend should be.
Oh.
It's a battle. Everyone's using their channel points. Everyone's
Apparently no one wants Destiny.
Yeah, that's all right.
tell that to Microsoft. I mean, Sony.
Meow. Got him.
Okay. So while that's ticking down, oh my god, you guys, who has more channel points is the question. This is coming down to.
Look at it go.
No, I don't.
And it is over with 91 points, votes. OnlyFans voting 54 times.
How do you
to get
pronounce
us there.
this?
Unmei.
Unmei's dope. I like it. It almost sounds like it's in pig Latin.
And of course, Vij was trying to make it a tie because, of course, you would. Man, you all are slacking over here. I'm over here with 185,000 channel points. That's because I'm always here.
31.4.
I'm always here. All right, so let's go ahead and now that we've wasted, I've successfully burnt 16 minutes here, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Chat, out of the 3 storylines we have going on here, where would you like to start? We could start pretty much anywhere at this point. We're going to be jumping back and forth all night. First person in chat that tells me which of the 3, numero dos. Okay, well, since numero dos is not a legitimate answer, I apologize. I didn't number them. We're going to start in the library at the request of Atlas. Atlask.
I would say that's number 2, actually.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's number 2. Perfect number 2. All right. Sister Nova, Quentin, you've taken your first initial step into the library, and barreling past you, 2 guards, not even giving you a second thought, plow right in between the 2 of you as they're running out into the streets to figure out what kind of commotion is going on. Leaving pretty much the library, the church proper, pretty quiet. You enter big vaulted ceiling and I just got caught off guard because I looked up and I saw language proficiency in the chat. I was like, what? Big grand staircase going up to the 2nd level. And behind the staircase are the staircases ending up going down into the bowels of the church, which presumably would house the library. So I'll leave it to you 2.
All right, there, sister. Do you know this place at all?
Well, yeah, I grew up here, and
Right. So where are we going?
we're going to the restricted section. But the thing about the restricted section is the entrance constantly changes location. So we are going to have to find it.
Lead the way.
Go ahead, Sister Nova. Let's go ahead and roll an insight check. Let's see if you can tell which of the 3 entrances that you're going to need to go to. All right. So Sister Nova, you know that the proper entrance through the archway, a red ornate feather sticking out of a vase can be seen. And this is the only way to truly know that this is the correct entrance.
Okay. I take the feather out of the vase and I prick my finger to get my blood, and I write on the door, Skepta's prayer, which should be how you open the entrance to the restricted section.
All right. So,
if I'm
all
correct.
right, so you end up going down into the bowels of the library, and into a long hallway, and you see the three archways that lead into the library. After pacing through and seeing all of the 3 doorways, you notice the telltale marking. You do everything you just said you did. Pricked your finger, wrote the prayer in blood, and a light colored line almost appears on the floor in front of you, leading through the doorway and into the library. This would be the path that you would need to take in order to get to the restricted section. It is now laying itself out in front of you both to follow. Now, Sister Nova, you would also know that there are a lot of spells put in place here in the library to catch any nefarious people or intruders coming in for any kind of nefarious purposes. So it would probably behoove you to touch as little as possible.
Okay. Sister Nova is going to ready a smite because she knows that, like, sometimes whenever the Holy Eclipse felt like something bad was going to happen in the library, they would make sure there are some doors that were only openable by putting a smite in between the crack of the door to prove you're a paladin. Like, not even clerics could open the door.
Perfect.
So Sister Nova is readying a smite with her holy blade, in case they find such a door.
So you've got that ready to go. Quentin, you feel something shuddering in your. Ooh, that startled me. Sorry. What was that? That was
me opening an energy drink. I'm sorry.
No, that was the our pet got food, an experience. I can hear it because I have OBS open. It would play on the stream. That just startled me.
I gave it a soda.
Thanks for visiting the pet cafe. How do we go to the pet cafe?
So yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So how do we go to the pet cafe? Nat, can you explain that to our
Oh no.
So if you go to, I'm not gonna figure this out. I think there's, you can give them a treat with the channel points.
Treat Pando.
Oh.
So if you click down where the little Shambo symbol is, you can do that, or right underneath of the window that shows all of our faces and stuff. There should be a little picture of him there waving, a pink version, and you click on that, and you can use bits to to either do soda, rice balls, instant ramen, or sushi. And of course, they cost different amounts.
Play rock, paper, scissors. And that's it, everybody. Edenia's done. This is what the channel is now. This is all we're going to be doing for the next hour and a half. I hope you all are ready. I chose to fight him. Why isn't it? Why isn't he chosen? You've chosen paper.
30 seconds to vote.
Well, that's kind of silly. He can see what you put.
It's cheating. You're a cheater, Unmai.
Yep.
You're welcome. Anyway.
No, I only own mine.
It looks like
it does.
It looks like
the
he's
face.
laughing maniacally.
Yes.
Okay, so
and it changes colors the higher level he gets.
So where
were
we? I got completely taken out of it.
We were talking about the Tamagotchi pet we have for our channel, and nothing else is important.
So, I see Sister Nova is seeing Sister Nova prepare smite something that's visible.
Yeah, you could absolutely see this is Sister Nova imbuing her weapon pretty much with her paladin power. So you could definitely see this like charging up on her weapon.
I imagine like the smite.
Take that as a cue.
I imagine the smite is like a throbbing lilac and gold glow.
And it's just kind of like pulsating.
That's just it's like in like a little ring, go like an electric ring around it going bzz, 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 or whatever.
So you see that, you take that as, oh shit could go down. So you're casting false life on yourself. Go ahead, throw that 1d4.
Yes, video game mermaid. Those are the vibes.
My one extra HP.
Well, it's 4 because you get +4, so it's 5 total. All right. So that's happening. You all are kind of standing at the archway, preparing to follow this path. And let's jump over to the mean streets of Edinia, where Hollyhara and Gur have been trying to get back to the sewer entrance. Moments before, you heard all kinds of shouting and commotion, a lot of fireworks happening at the palace behind you, and that is where you find yourselves.
How far away from the entrance to the sewer are we?
You are pretty much right outside the bar that is used as the entranceway to the magic quarter. And the sewer system is the sewer system there is located in the magic quarter.
So I guess we should try to stick with that. I don't know. What do you think? It seems like the whole plan that we had initially has gone out the window. Do you have any thoughts, Gur?
I'm getting kind of hungry.
Reach into my bag and just throw some pocket meat at him. I still have probably like 50.
That pocket meat is you reach in your hand to grab the pocket meat, and it feels a little slimy.
Nah, it can't be slimy.
This pocket meat was bought like almost a month ago at this point.
Bro.
Slimy pocket meat. Girl, eat it.
What's bro? Oh, what's Gur's con save? Like, because geez, man. I don't care if it's Gurry, but even Gur has like An
I'll
immune
try to think
system.
5 times.
5 times. Do you accept the pocket meat, Gur? Roll me a
Yep.
con save.
Oh no.
This is going to
Bro.
be with advantage
Bro.
because you're a bottomless pit. Oh, you're fine.
Fine.
It
All
tastes
right,
a little.
yeah.
It tastes like it has a little bit of a bite, but other than that, it goes down pretty easy. Tangy, yeah, exactly.
Tangy.
Tang meat.
So if someone can refresh my memory because I don't have one, what did we initially decide to do with regards to meeting up afterwards? What was our final determination on that?
My
I don't
understanding was that that you were going to put yourselves in place directly under the restricted section of the library in the sewers, and then use your dimension doors to pop in and pop out. And so that would be the back door exit for Quentin and Sister Nova.
To come out with us. That's right. Okay, so we have that map then,
Yes,
right?
you have the
Escape
map.
plan.
Okay. All right, so I guess we just head for the sewers.
All right. Now we will jump over to Gray. Poor Gray.
Can you describe the scene?
We find you where we left you, surrounded by Town's Guard, with a couple of them holding you down as more guard make their way around. One of the guardsmen that has you down be like is holding you down, and he says, "You stay put. This is, I don't know what you were trying to accomplish, but we've caught you now."
Is this so I'm trying to paint the scene for myself and I guess also for the audience. If they're holding me down, is it sort of one of those like there are 2 guards and each guard has like my arms kind of like behind my back a little bit and they're like have me on my knees and they're pressing me down? Is that what's going on? Or am
Pretty
I
much,
like
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Are my hands free? Like can I open and shut my hands?
You can open and shut your hands, but you can't move them around.
Can't move them around. Okay. All right. So they're yelling at me. They're telling me to do stuff and telling me to stay still. And
Yeah, one of them's telling you to
okay.
stay still. The other one's telling you to stand up. Another one's telling you to roll on the ground. It's very, very confusing.
Cool. That's fun. Okay. So I can't move my hands. Are the fireworks still going off? Is there still fire?
There's
fireworks?
still fireworks going. You set off a ridiculous amount of the entire stock of that poor man's shop is just going off. You can see the medicine he needs for his daughter just being shot off into the sky and exploding.
That's great. Okay. I'm gonna.
Baby, you're a firework.
You're a firework.
Well, no, his baby is hungry because there are no fireworks.
Mhm.
I'm going to just secretly cast minor illusion, and I'm going to continue that same voice. Only I want to make it as loud. I want to make it louder. And I'm going to cast minor illusion again 3 more times. So simultaneously, I'm casting minor illusion to make the voice, make the stink, and make the big shadow behind me. So I want the big shadow to look as devious and as big and as scary as possible. I want the voice to be as boomy and as terrifying as possible, saying the same thing, the same sort of like mumbling of almost like speaking in tongues, sort of like devious content. And I want that everyone to smell stinky, stinky sulfur, rotten eggs, like just permeating from me. So I'm going to go ahead and click that and
Permeating from you specifically?
essentially, I want them all to smell it. So I want the illusion to be that they think I smell like this, they think I sound like this, and they think there's some sort of big mystical shadow behind me, or shadow creature, or demon involved in what's happening. To the best of my ability with these fucking cantrips.
You hear one of the guards in the crowd going, Captain, get him to stop! This is very scary.
And then I'm like laughing. I'm getting crazier and crazier as this happens. And because I can tell that someone in the audience is obviously a little scared, I'm going to roll an intimidation check if that's okay.
Sure. Yeah.
See if I can sort of help myself intimidate these guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what I rolled.
You rolled a whopping 16, which is
Okay.
a pretty decent roll. Not
That
too shabs.
that with all the prestidigitation, can I get advantage on that or no? Oh no, it's 15. Never mind, doesn't matter.
All right. Well, you see a couple of the guards out of the corner of your eye start like getting real scared, and a few of them start to step back.
Okay.
The two that have you like pinned down start like aggressively like pushing you harder into the ground. Knock that off.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm an orc and they're humans, correct?
Yes.
So I'm probably way stronger. I'm going to try to break free from this grasp. Strength is not my, strong suit here, which is a funny series of words I just said. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to break free.
Oh, boy.
Hey, that's a 21.
Oh, a pair of sevens. I ain't gonna do shit.
So is it safe to say that I've broken free and I can stand on my own?
Absolutely. So,
am I in combat now?
Let's hold that for just a second. So you bust out like almost like Super Saiyan style, like just straight.
Kakarot is here, everyone.
Bust through. It throws these two guards off to the side. Now they're pretty much with the rest of the crowd, and the crowd that has made this like circle pit around you takes like a big step back, giving you a little bit of space. And now you're just kind of standing there lumbering as a and you hear a voice from deep past the crowd going, "No, what be going on over here?" And at that moment, we're going to cut back over to the group in the library. So you both are pretty much standing there ready to walk into the actual library, make your way towards the restricted section. Bookshelves are surrounding the small little path that you are on. And Quentin, you're looking at these bookshelves and they look like just thick lavender colored material. But it's very opaque. You can't see through these.
Actually, Quentin was christened.
I completely forgot that. My fault. That's what caused the whole visit with Demon Daddy. So yeah, actually, you as you step forward into the library, Quentin, you actually see these bookshelves. Their opacity starts to thin out, and you start to see this translucent nature of them, and you can actually see completely through all of these bookshelves, leaving pretty much the entirety of this library open for you to look at. And it is vast. It is expansive. It almost looks magical in a sense that, you were outside. It's almost like the TARDIS. You're looking outside of the library, the church proper. It looks like a regular building, but this looks like the biggest warehouse in the world. Just it stretches for forever. And that's where you both find yourselves. Sister, you have your smite at the ready. And yeah, you're both kind of just surrounded by all these books. All of these would be just your normal everyday paladin journals.
Sister Nova would like to. Not Sister, sorry. No, Noelle would like to know what section of the library are they in? Like, are they in like the wizarding section? Are they in like the history of spells section? Are they in like a history of war section? Like, where are they? Is this music? Like, what?
That's a good question. Is this something you think we should leave up to the fates here? Like chat. What section do you think the crew should have themselves be found in currently? I'm curious to see what suggestions we get.
Oh, from the chat, you know what kind of... oh, no. No, they're going to put us in the Rule 34 part of the library.
That's the restricted section.
The Lords and Ladies
restricted section.
The Lords and Ladies of Feet section.
Yeah, that's the Holy Eclipse's bedroom, actually.
Absolutely. So you find yourself in the you find yourself in the romance section.
Is this where paladins learned about romance?
This is where all of the paladins that were tasked with compiling as much information on romance. This is where all of their journals have been stored.
A noble cause for the church.
We love a bard multi-class.
Everybody should dip in. Everybody should dip in fighter, and everybody should dip in bard, just because Vicious Mockery is so much fun.
I guess on that note, I like. Are there any? Is there any signage or anything that would indicate, where the? I think you said the history of magic section would be, because that kind of called out.
The library constantly shifts and changes to avoid intruders, but I believe I'm gonna see if I can do something. 1 moment. Can I flavor cast guidance to see if it, and take it in a more literal sense to see if it will work on where history of magic is? I know that's not at all what that's
You've all been playing with me enough to know the rules are just a set of guidelines to somewhat be followed. I'm all for it.
Hell yeah. So I'm gonna with my throbbing I should not say that on stream. With my glowing sword.
Oh, you should have been here last week. There was a lot of throbbing last week, so don't feel bad.
We've done so we've done so
bad.
well. We've done so well so far. We've done so.
Do you remember that themed bar we went to a few weeks ago?
Kibbles and slits.
I hate this.
And I'm out here worried about throbbing sword. What I get for having a creative writing degree. Okay, so Noelle thinks back to her exams, her navigation exams within the library that she took with her friend Mother Moon, which is just another title for clerics and librarians. I'm getting off track. And she kind of it's very difficult to see, especially if you're not christened into the church, but along the rim of the shelves there are actually there's a Brailleistic carving on the glass, lavender glass, to try and sense what the next aisle over is. And so Sister Nova kind of lightly runs her fingers along this braille to try and find, to see if they're close to history of magic, history of whatever. Are we close to history of magic?
Absolutely. So you definitely get the feeling that you are on the right path to get towards there. It seems like it is in between where you are and where you are attempting to get to. Um Also, you were there in Thaddeus's wizard tower. You kind of know that Quentin is kind of, you don't know exactly what he's looking for, but you do know that he's looking for some dark ancient magic. And if it is something that is that dark, it more than likely would not be in the history of magic section. Something like that would probably be kept hidden in the restricted section. But you are more than welcome
Quentin,
to go wherever you'd like. Barracks all over again. I'm fine with that.
Quentin, with all due respect, we might be wasting our time in the history of magic section because it is rather apparent to me that the history of magic section is not the real history of magic section, it's the history of magic that the church is okay with people knowing about.
Oh, ooh.
It's
Okay.
this. So you're more likely to find what. No, with all due respect, I don't mean to be presumptuous, but I don't assume anything you would want to know would be there due to your affiliations, if that makes sense, in a respectful way.
It does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It does. 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 Does.
Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page, but because we're in the library. I'm hilarious. But yeah, is there anything Quentin is interested in learning? I mean, there's probably a section on everything. Paladins have been researching for thousands of years. And anything, like, does he want to, like, a guide on how to play the clarinet? Someone probably dedicated their life to that.
Well, Noelle, sister, look, I'm not entirely, if I'm gonna just be honest, so maybe you can help me find what I'm looking for. I'm not all here.
Not
And
all here.
yeah, that's the latest way to put it. Just not all here.
Can I do, like, an arcana
I was
or an
just
insight
gonna
check?
suggest if you want to go ahead and roll insight to kind of read between the lines into what he's saying.
Would I get a different answer with arcana? I mean, it's a +5 either
yes,
way,
but
like,
if
I'm
you
just
do
asking if it
an
matters.
arcana, I'm going to say it's going to be at a disadvantage because the magic used to do whatever it was to him is something that's old, ancient, lost to time that you wouldn't have knowledge of.
Okay, I'll do an insight and then possibly an
We can do it that way.
arcana. Okay. Fuck
So,
yeah.
he's really beating around the bush here, but you're getting the vibe from him that the Quentin standing before you is a broken piece of a whole, that something magically was done to him to split him into multiple parts.
Let's just say, Noelle, the Order, well, they live up to their name. They expect a certain thing, and it is the one thing everyone knows about them, their name. They decided the human part of me was not worthy of being with them.
Noelle's going to put her hand on Q's shoulder and cast Identify.
Yeah. Why'd your hand? It's warm almost.
Rude.
Let me just look at the letter of the law for this spell here.
Yeah, I know technically it's for objects. I'm really pushing my luck.
He's a
Well,
table.
I am just a meat
You found
popsicle.
out his secret. He's actually a table.
He is a mimic.
The most chaotic.
His mother was a mimic.
I am currently choosing to objectify a man, and I don't think I should be punished
No, you
for
know,
that.
centuries of the opposite happening. I feel like it's only fair.
Yeah.
All right.
But you
I'll,
don't like a D&D ruling to say it's sexist.
Well,
Can we roll for sexist? Can we roll?
Let's not roll for sexism today. Let's save that for a later date.
I like that.
We'll just
the
imply it.
January 6th one shot.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Bro, what have
Oh,
I
God.
started?
Oh, there are good people on both sides. So you touch Quentin's shoulder, and you definitely feel this magical energy from him. It's strange though. Usually when you use your identify spell, it's like the information immediately comes to you without any kind of force or fight. But it's almost like you're fighting through a thick cloud trying to get to this information. Like it's there, but it's not there. And it's almost impossible for you to actually see what physically happened to him. The only thing that you can know for sure is that somebody split him into multiple parts. I'm going to allow you to have not burned a spell slot for that.
Fair. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for okay. So there's more than one of you.
No, there is only one of me. But
I have so many questions. Wait, I don't know why my hand's up.
again, let's just put it to you this way. They wanted the fighting part of me. They didn't want the chaos. They wanted something they could control without question. And I wasn't always about that. I wasn't always sure of the Order's end game, their goals, their need to always operate in the shadows. Most people think they're still a myth, that they don't exist.
So, wow. Okay, so in order to control you, they destroyed you. So why didn't they kill this
Can I ask a question? I don't want to get into the middle of this. We're gonna pick up your answer to that question in just a moment. Are you having this conversation whilst you're walking the path, or have you stopped in between two sets of bookcases to have this conversation? I want to know what's going on while this conversation is happening.
I think Noelle momentarily stopped to cast Identify, but then after the spell happened, Sister Nova nervously picked up the pace again, and it was kind of like, because Noelle is like very much a fidgeter, like that she's very like, oh wow, okay, I found out this really cool thing, but it's like obviously the moral and ethical implications of this are stifling.
Let me put it to you this way, sister. I used to be a fighter. I know I make a huge thing about loving to be able to shoot things out of the air, but there's something about just when your fist makes contact with bone and the squish it makes. Oh, it's glorious, and I miss it.
I mean,
And they took that from me.
I'm proficient with a sword, and I could teach you.
All weapons are boring. But
It's a place to start.
when they and I'll try to nutshell this because we do have to move. But
I am moving. Are you standing still?
yeah, we're moving.
Get over here.
Or we need to focus.
What are you doing?
How about this? We need to focus. Let's just put it to you this way. They threw one half of me away to the sunken place.
No, but it doesn't
And
make sense for them to
that's
throw away a loose thread.
That's well, they thought I that part of me would have just went away. But that's when Demon Daddy found me. And he gave me the power for revenge.
If they knowingly cut out the chaotic part, wouldn't they at least imprison you? How can you even be sure that you're the real chaotic slice? How do you not know that you're just a clone of that? Or how do you
existential
sleep at that?
crisis setting in?
How do you even know
now.
if you're the real chaos slice? What if you're just a copy of the chaos slice? Or what if you're just the most chaotic bit of the chaos?
At this point, he puts his hand
how many
over her
versions
mouth.
of you are there?
Shh. These are all things I have struggled with for a very long time, and I'm still not completely okay with it. So
I'm so sorry.
Your stressing out is making me almost have an anxiety attack.
I'm so sorry.
Let's find the magic to put me back together, and I'll tell you all about it.
Do you think the church would do that to me? Because now I'm worried because the church very obviously wants to control me.
I've learned.
Am I the bit they can control?
Are we the baddies?
Are we? I don't know. I don't mean to make your trauma about me, but is it?
Sister, I've bitten my tongue an awful lot, but there are an unceremoniously high amount of similarities between the church and the order.
Wouldn't it be crazy if the church is the order?
Ooh.
Oh, now he's got to rewrite the story.
Right? And this... Oh my god.
Hold on.
Sister Nova stops in her steps. This is why... Oh my god, because the mass censorship, that would make so much sense if the church was the order.
And I'm going to put my hands on her shoulders and okay, if we could only get to a place where we might have plenty of evidence of that.
Oh wait, yeah, the restricted session. We got it. Oh my god. Okay, Sister Nova's half super excited that they had to have a conspiracy, but half possibly questioning her entire existence and role within the church. Because it's being the chosen one of the order doesn't really sound. Well, it isn't the vibe. Also, wait. We can't both be the chosen one. If this is.
Unless you're the other half.
Am I? Oh my god! Am I
you? If this is what my lawful side looks like, I don't want it back.
That's rude. That's so rude. I think Sister is getting high on conspiracy theories right now.
So this conversation is going on. You're making your way further into the bowels of the library, closer to the restricted section. We jump to Holly, Hera, and Gur. Stop me if I have put you too far forward and you would like to have done something beforehand. But I am going to assume that you both have made your way to the sewers.
That's fair.
Yeah. It smells bad.
Welcome back to the sewers. I know it's your favorite.
Well, the gate is locked. And as you approach it, you actually see dripping wet figure standing by the sewers. And it's
So are we not inside the sewers yet? We're still inside the bar thing?
Out in the street walking towards the sewer entrance. And in front of the entrance to the sewer is a very wet prongle.
Prongle. What's going on, man?
Sorry, the Skype chat got me.
That was good.
Is he supposed to be at the boat?
He's supposed to have taken the boat around to the back of the island where the sewer gets drained out into the ocean.
For us to get away. What are you doing here, Prongle? What's going on?
Prongle goes, there was all kinds of stuff going on. I mean, I got the boat. It was really easy. I know you guys told me not to, but I went and I got my brother. I needed help. I needed help to get the boat. You guys said you needed it as quickly as possible. I got it. We got the boat all the way to the other side, and then all this stuff started happening. There was fire in the sky, and there's a smell of sulfur. There was just loud booming and bright lights, and it was terrible. We anchored the boat someplace off in a cove where it'd be easier to stay there without being seen. But I left him on the boat. I swam to shore, and really tired. But I thought something might have went wrong because of everything going. I'm gonna sit down now.
Is the boat okay?
The boat's fine. My brother Pringle. Every time that happens, my brother Pringle, he's watching the boat, and I know Quinn's gonna be mad, but it's gonna be fine.
It had better be fine, man.
It's gonna be fine. I trust Pringle. I trust Pringle with my life.
Okay, so should you go back to the ship, the boat? Wait, before, can you get us through here, this locked gate?
Well, I mean, I have been known to thieve from time to time. I might be able to pop this lock open for you.
That would be awesome. And then I think that you should return. Well, you're gonna have to swim back out to the boat, huh?
Yeah, and it's a little chilly.
Ah, crap. All right. Looks like we're a party of 3 now.
Oh, okay. You want me to come with you to the? Maybe I should have stayed on the boat. Okay, I'll come with you.
Yeah, you did this to yourself, pal.
Okay.
You have to go to the stinky place now.
All right. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a set of a set of thieves' tools, busts out the lockpick, and starts to go to work on the gate. Oh fuck. You both just hear a snap of metal, and you hear Prongle go, "Shit."
Was that your only pick?
Bust the lock.
It wasn't my only pick, but that pick's broken off in the lock.
Can I smash it?
Please, by all means, roll an attack. And this is just pretty much a.
Is it an attack or a strength check?
Well, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to like pull on the gate, or are you trying to like physically attack it?
Yeah, I'll just smash it with them all.
It's gonna be ridiculously easy AC. That's fine. Actually, no, it's not. That's a. Well.
How
You
was
lose my
use your
luck.
luck for the 11. That's fine. Anything higher than a
Yeah.
5 would have gotten it. It's an immovable gate. It's not like it can move or anything. So it would have been really easy to hit, but unfortunately, a 1's just not going to do it, no matter how much plus you have. Let's see. You take one good whack at it. It doesn't break the gate, but you notice the hinges that are attached to the concrete. You can see the concrete has kind of like split by the hinges. I feel like a good pull, a good strength check and a pull could probably rip this thing right out.
Oh, I can do that.
In a feat of extraordinary strength, Gur, you wrap your hands around the bars of this gate and rip it right out. Bits of concrete and dust start flying through the air. Prongle looks at you and looks at you and then looks at Holly Hare and whispers, "Remind me never to piss him off."
That would be a good idea. And in turn, also me. Don't piss me off either. Because I got him.
Duly noted. Duly noted. Well, I guess you can tell me more about the plan as we go through the sewers.
You'll know what you need to know when you need to know it. For now, we are just, we're going to follow this map until we get to this point here. Can you describe the scene a little bit? It's like dark in there, dungy, other than the obvious stench that Gur has pointed out.
Yes, you do see at good like 10 meters down the causeway, there are a few torch sconces on the walls. I'm pretty sure everybody here has dark vision except for Prongle. And it's basically two walkways along the walls on either side with a divot in the middle carrying all of the sewage through.
All right. So, based off of the map here, it looks like we need to go this way. And I start heading that way.
Perfect.
I will follow. Prongle, you come up from the behind, but don't get eaten by any giant rats.
Can I say, I thought that we might be able to stretch this into another episode. This might be fucking it. This might be it, everybody. I don't mean to stand on ceremony here, but we might be in the we might be in the season finale right
We've
now.
been building up to this height for 18 months.
We might be in the season finale right now. We're gonna jump back over as you both, as the trio here, the stinky trio, starts to push forward into the sewers. Prongle, oh, this is just awful. We're gonna cut back over to the crowd of guards, and just making sure, Gray, you are here.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
Right. Gray.
You see, you heard that familiar voice, and people have started to make way, and this short, stout figure of a dwarf with a red, bushy frickin' beard,
Yes,
comes over and goes, "Arr, what do we be doing over here? What's you lot got? You've got me deckhand here." One of the a few of the guards start to stand in between you and Shortbeard, and they go, this miscreant was caught doing some sort of nefarious magic around the palace. You claim him to be one of your deckhands?" And Shortbeard responds, "Aye, yes. I sent him over to watch over the palace. He was to make sure that no one would break in. We've heard rumors, and as you know, the king entrusts me with certain things around here." And You know, you're pretty much standing in the middle of this argument going on. Shortbeard goes, "Nay, listen. What makes ye think that this man be doing anything nefarious? Has he hurt anyone?" And they're all just kind of like looking around and like, what has he done besides set off some fireworks? He was starting a celebration.
Am I supposed to talk? Or what's happening?
You are your own person. You're standing here.
Well, so while I can tell what Redbeard is doing, Captain
Shortbeard.
Captain McShorty. So while he's doing this, I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions to everyone standing around me to try to get them to chill out a bit. It's a 20 foot radius sphere around me. So essentially, all the guards surrounding me, I'm gonna try to calm them the fuck down while Shortbeard is doing this convincing explanation.
Okay, here's the question I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna let you decide how this works. Would
Okay.
you like me to do a charisma saving throw for each individual guard, or one throw for all of the guards?
How many guards?
I'd
Oh,
say
man.
there's about 20 guards here.
Okay. And when you do a charisma saving throw, what's your spell save has to be 13?
What
Or
is
what does
what
it
is
have
your
to be?
spell? What is your spell save? Let me see.
It says my spell save DC is 13.
Okay, so basically anything higher than a 13. What happens when they pass their charisma save on calm emotions?
Feature fails at saving throw. Choose one of the following two effects. You can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. When this spell ends, any suppressed effect resumes. Alternately, you can make a target the different times. I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens if nothing happens. What is beeping in my apartment right now?
I don't know. I hear that
Hey.
though.
Yeah, I'm actually there right now. I'm setting off the fire alarm. I'm sorry.
It's not my fire alarm. Can you guys?
Well, let's just say if they fail their spell save, if they pass their charisma save, they're not going to be happy about having magic cast on them. Let's just say that.
Sure.
So do you want to risk? Do you want to risk some of them being angry and some of them
It's
not,
all about.
or do you want it all or nothing?
It's all about what the odds are, right? So like, are my odds better if you do like a D20 times 20 than they are if you do 1D20? I think I have to assume that my odds are better if you do a D20 times 20. Like, I'd rather have half of them possibly unhappy than all of them unhappy.
Okay.
Bro, are you a glass? Now is not the time to be a glass half full person.
I mean, what? I don't know. I feel like this is the smart move. Like, I had other plans before Shortbeard showed up. I was gonna pull some other shit out of my ass. So like, if all else fails, I'll just do that.
Okay.
Oh, you're getting
Go
rolled on
be-
right now, so rip.
Oh, he's roll. I thought he was gonna click something and roll 20. He's actually rolling each individual one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You're welcome for this time save, everybody.
I am halfway through the rolls, and let's just say, yeah.
It's probably going fine.
Nothing.
It's
to
going
See,
worry
I didn't do Monday for Star Trek, and I'm getting all of my good Star Trek rolls right now. I'm getting I'm rolling in your favor at this point.
I like this.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 20.
Great.
He super resists. All right, one more
I'm not
pair.
falling for this again.
All right, out of the 20.
Oh, the range is 60 feet. Damn.
All
Sorry,
of
Brad.
the out of the 20, 3 of them resist. One of them really resists. He not only
Okay.
resists, but he's like, "Fuck, did someone just cast a fucking spell on me? Hmm? Shortbeard, you say this being is your deckhand and good, then why is he casting spells? And the other what, 16 have kind of just sullenly kind of like taken a step back. They're not as tense. You see, they're not like standing there all tensed up. They've kind of like relaxed their shoulders and they're just kind of standing there with their arms at their sides, while the other ones have still kind of, they're standing there at attention, ready.
Okay. So I threw sleep in here as I only have one more spell slot, so I'm either gonna roll sleep or I'm gonna roll something else, and I'm trying to figure out which one I'm gonna do.
I will warn you. Now, I will warn you, with the way sleep works, you roll all those dice, and that's how many hit points that you have to affect people.
Right.
There's 20 people, and they each have health at least 20 or higher, each one of these guards.
Okay. Yeah, I really only wanted to put that one real angry one to sleep, so I'm not going to do that. All right. So, sure, I can look at this a different way. Let's say Shortbeard's here. He's on their side. He's trying to convince them. Only a couple of them aren't convinced right now. The rest of them are calm and relaxed.
Quentin, did you have something you wanted to interject with?
I was just curious. Was that a spell slot he just used? And if so, where's
Oh, hey, good call. Hey, do me a favor. Roll me a d20.
Wait, which one? Wait, when did I use? When did I?
Remind the teacher about the
the calm emotions. That's the one. Oh no!
Roll me a d20, please.
Okay, I'm looking for it. Calm down. It's gonna happen. Oh god.
You're good.
Ooh. All right. So Gray's gonna just sort of like play this part up and go, "Hey, Shortbeard, yeah." So I was just doing what you said to do. Try to make sure no one came any closer to the palace that didn't need to be here. That was the whole point of this whole charade. I figured the louder, the scarier, the brighter I made it, the less likely any nefarious characters would be to be anywhere near it. It looks like it worked though, right? The guards are upset with me. Sorry, guys. Not my intention to frighten any of you. I just was trying to do my best to keep the palace safe. Again, under Shortbeard's orders.
Yes, that you did there, my wonderful little deckhand. We'll just get this straightened up and we'll be on our way here. And one of the guards goes, "Not so fast. I'm not entirely convinced. Shortbeard, you're going to have to come and answer some questions." And at that, you hear Shortbeard holler out, "All right, well, time to run!" And he throws something down on the ground, and a big flash of light just fills this entire area. All of the guards just start covering their eyes, can't see anything that's going on. And you feel a short person brush by you at full sprint.
Okay, and I quickly turn to see the short puff of smoke has passed me, and I start and chase afterwards. After him.
Wonderful. You found Shortbeard. Well, he found you. Let's go back to the library.
I love this. I was going to cast Thunderwave on all of them and run away anyway, so this works out really well.
All right, back to the library. Both of you in wonderful conversation as you're making your way closer to the restricted section.
Like close to the
You were getting pretty close. You feel like another few minutes of walking and talking, you'll probably be there.
Lovely. So okay, so theory. I am not you.
Pretty sure I know where the other me is, so no, you're good.
No, but like, what if I am? What if I'm just like a different slice of you that you didn't know about? What if I'm like the book smart part that they didn't want. What if they just wanted like a dumb fighter, bro?
Well, that's mostly what they got.
Yeah, but like, what if? I don't know, because it's like I really want to say with 100% certainty that I'm not you, but the more I'm overthinking this, the more I'm like, no, I might be you. um, but also, I just, I just think maybe is the library the order? Because I don't think it is. You know, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I'm not sure if it is, but like, I can't say that with 100% certainty. Because I feel like if the library was the order, Skepta would have like sent me a memo. I feel like it's a pretty big thing to not tell me about. Also,
So
why would they say that the order isn't real if they are the order, right?
you're gonna Quentin pulls his water skin out of his inventory and hands it to Sister Nova. Like, drink some water. You've been conspiracy theorizing so hard you might be dehydrated.
No, I'm good. I don't need water. I just need answers.
Oh, are we getting close to those answers? Like,
I don't know. One sec. I check the bookshelf to see if we're nearly that. The braille. Like, oh, please. Please give me the restricted section.
You turn a corner and the bookshelves cease and a archway is standing right in front of you. It seems like there is this translucent membrane kind of like undulating in the threshold of the restricted section.
That's
and
hot.
Undulating. You can see you
The
can see
books.
through to the other side, and it appears to be the restricted section.
Fuck yeah. Okay, cool. I get my glowing sword that I've just been anxiously holding in my hand for like the past 45 minutes. And I jam it into the door and like do the blood thing on the door, and I'm like, please let me in. Let me in.
As you take your sword and you have it powered up with your smite and come down onto that membrane, the membrane just gives way, almost like it just gets ripped in half and retracts back into the archway, leaving the walkway clear for you to enter.
I run in.
As you enter,
Jenga. Sorry.
as you enter, this place is just magnificent. There are walls lined in bookshelves, books everywhere. There are pedestals with all manner of magical items placed on them. Basically a giant repository of magical items, literature, and off into the corner, a dusty area with some more paladin journals. Some of these paladin journals seem a little newer. Some of them seem pretty ancient. And all of this stuff is just like smattered around all over the place. Like the pedestals with the items just randomly all over the floor. Tables, think of like just like long tables with books piled up on top of them, chairs, some of the books opened. You hear some of the books are almost like whispering. That kind of like whispering. It's unintelligible whispering.
That's hot.
Undulating and
This is
whispering.
gonna sound really bad. I have forgotten why we're here. What were we even originally looking for?
Well, you ran off in sheer excitement. So
According to my book,
Because like
according to my book, Sister Nova is looking for evidence of her lineage, trying to figure out if she is the actual daughter of Skepta, how involved Skepta was in her birth. Quentin is looking for anything relevant to the splitting of his persons. Gray was also looking for information here about his lineage. There were some other things that Holly Harrow was interested in, but as far as whether that knowledge would be in this library, there's really no way to say.
we have like a bag of holding with us, don't we?
Well, wait. Who
Well,
has the bag of holding?
well-
Is it does Quentin have the bag of holding? There's 2 bags in your party. One of them's the bar bag, and that is in Gray's custody. And Quentin has the other bag of holding.
Rad. Okay, cool. So Noelle is like fully aware that they don't have a lot of time here before people notice that the doors have been opened with a smite. So Noelle is like trying to find the section that is like, forbidden history. And forbidden magical
Perfect.
history.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and do an investigation check. Both
Do
you
I get
can get advantage on this. Quentin, you also can roll an investigation check with no advantage.
I did.
Perfect.
Yo, Red Bull gives Tavy wings.
Apparently.
We're not sponsored.
So back in that corner with the old Paladin journals are some other old books and tomes. In your investigating your cursory glance over the area, that seems to be the best place to start to look for what you're looking for. Quentin, we're gonna get to you here in a moment. Let's do let's get through Sister Nova's here first. Sister Nova, you're back in that corner going through all of these books and journals, and you pull one book out and you start looking through it. You set it down, you grab the next one. You're kind of like, you're skimming looking for the information that you want. And then you come across a book that looks very, very old and tucked away in the corner as if it was trying to be hidden away. On the spine, the book is titled Repository of Edinian Lineages.
This is a book with a title. When everything's here is a diary.
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna
there's
grab
the diaries, and then there's other books as well. So you're kind of like going back and forth between all of these, trying to find the information that you're looking for. And then this book, after you've torn a couple off of the shelf, and this one kind of just like jumps out at you almost.
It's like Noelle is like trying to like grab all the books they can and like just stuff them into this bag of holding that like Hugh has, so that they can do the proper research later. And is kind of like picking up a few other books that like she might be interested in. History of extinct frogs. Or history of identity crisis.
Yeah, you're gonna need that. So you're shoving these books in the bag of holding, and then that repository of Edinian lineages is just sitting there on the shelf, and it's just like it feels like it's staring directly at you.
I grab it.
You grab it, and you can just feel the layer of dust on the cover of this book. Do you venture to pry it open?
I'd like to do an Arcana check because this book has a weird feeling about it. And Noelle's not sure if this is a security measure. Blah, blah, blah.
Ooh, that's a nat 20. So yeah, you cast an you're reaching out, trying to sense any arcana, and there's so much arcane energy in this room. I mean, you were surrounded by all manner of powerful arcane objects. So you're just being inundated with all of this energy. You don't sense any specifically coming from the book itself, but it's very, very hard to pinpoint just because of all of this energy surrounding you. But you feel with the 25, you feel like you'd be pretty safe to open this book.
Okay, cool. I immediately flip to the index at the back and search for any names that I'm familiar with. I search for Gray, I search for Quentin, I even search for Holly Hara and and myself, just in case there's anything of like note
So
to any of us.
you are pouring through this. You're looking at the indexes, looking for familiar names, going back and referencing it in the book itself. This you notice that this book stretches back the lineages of people all the way back through before the sorceress Malfornitia. And as you're looking through, there's some curious oddities in this book. The lineages of people that you know from history don't seem to match up with what's in this book. It starts with the adventuring party that was tasked to defeat Malfornitia 1,000 years ago, or over 1,000 years ago. You're looking through this, and the legend always said that these warriors were a collection of humans, elves, and dwarves. In actuality, this adventuring party was much, much more diverse. There were orcs, goblins. This was a large group of people who wanted the safety of Edinia. And everybody is just feeding Unmei like crazy. I love it.
Unmei is the only hero of Edinia we care about.
Yeah. And through this lineage book, there's bits of pieces of history along with it. And apparently, as you're reading through this, you notice it says that when the newly formed government, the triumvirate, was just formed, and their decision to ban most magics and collect as many magical artifacts as possible to protect people, when that plan was enacted, these adventurers were very much against that. They were also celebrated by the common people, so if they were to speak out against this new government's plan, the people would probably listen. From this book, you were gaining information that they were stricken from the land. They were banned, and then the whitewashing of their history had begun. The governments got together and pretty much made the story up of the adventuring crew being elves, humans, and dwarves to kind of propagandize this new government. They wanted the people to think that what they were doing was right. And you start tracing their lineages forward. And you find out something very, very interesting. It seems that every single member of this party can trace their lineage back to one of these heroes that killed or thought to have destroyed Malfornitia thousands of years ago. Hollyhera Altheris. Her bloodlines go all the way back to one of the female elf warriors that fought for the land of Edinia. Gur's lineage stretches all the way back to one of the goblins of the crew. Gray's lineage stretches all the way back to a marriage between one of the orcs and one of the humans that was part of the party. And you're just kind of sitting there staring at all this information. Quentin, you, in your investigations, you start to hear a whisper. Hey, over here. Hey, psst. Pick me, over here. Hey, you. You look over and you see a book is sitting on one of the tables. And it flips open and the pages just start flying and then it stops.
I'm gonna investigate and see what page of this book has stopped itself on.
You go over to the book and it is a dark magics book. Hey, is this what you wanted? This is what you wanted, right? I can see into your soul. Broken. And you see this picture in the book of a person being split in two. And as you read into it, you read this is one of the earliest and most forbidden magics that has been lost for centuries. And there is no real way to unmagic yourself out of it. One of the last pieces in the part that you're reading just says very cryptically, none can be whole while both exist.
I know what I must do.
Someone's going to have to kill himself.
Is it murder day or is it therapy day?
Well, I think every day for Edinia is therapy day. Just ask Feech.
Is the am I able to remove the book from the pedestal?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that book and just shove it
You hear the book
right
go,
in the bag. All over.
We're going on a trip.
Hey, while you're down there, should I bring any of your buddies?
They're bitches.
All the more reason. And now that I've I've found something that I'm Q's feeling very confident. He's going to be happy to find some information that he's looking for. I'd just like to roll another investigation check, see if I find anything else of relative interest. If
Absolutely.
That's okay.
You don't see anything
Not so much
of immense interest. And we'll get back to you all wandering around, poking around in this room, because it's a very interesting room. But we're going to jump back to Hollyhera and Gur and Prongle. No, his name is Prongle. He has a brother named Pringle, okay? I gave you...
I said both of them.
Prangle.
I said both of their names.
Prangle. All right, so I'm following the map as best I can, trudging through some sewers.
It takes a while, but you finally get to where you all are supposed to go. It's been marked on your map. Now the decision is yours. What do you all want to do? Do you want to attempt to magic your way into the library, or?
No, because I don't know if there's any kind of like booby traps or any kind of protection in it. So I truly want to just wait and pop the dimension door.
Okay, so you're gonna wait on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything the three of you want to do to pass the time?
Do we know when we're supposed to open the door?
Well, that would have been an interesting thing for you all to discuss now, wouldn't it have been?
Mm-hmm. Nope, we don't know
Do
when.
we do it now? Do we do it now? Do we do it now?
I think we should wait.
Do we do it now?
Well, I forgot to even ask my future boyfriend how long these things even last.
Ooh.
Well, you have
How long do these things even last?
you have enough of them that you could use them now and still have some left over.
It's true, I do have 4. All right, well, we'll do a tester. We'll pop one. And we're right below it, so I would need to put it on the ceiling, yeah?
No, that's not how dimension doors work. You could just put it right there. It'll be fine. So you pop that door, and we jump back over to the library where a doorway just magically pops up in the middle of the. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick though, I'm gonna say to Prongle, if you get scared, here, and I'm gonna full bonk out and hand him bonk and say, whenever I get scared, I just talk to bonk. He makes me feel better.
Bonk goes, you really want me to have a conversation with this idiot? I mean, I guess I talk to you all the time.
Yeah, be nice.
Hey, when have you ever known me not to be nice, Skur?
Just make him feel better. Okay.
What's wrong with you? You scared? You scared like a little baby? And Prongle just reaches out and grabs it and bonk and says, what do I say to him? I don't understand. Hello? Do I need to hold it up to my ear?
Yeah, just keep doing that, and then I'm gonna stick my head through the portal. Hello.
So now in the library, not only does a doorway pop up, but a bugbear's head pokes in, and you hear Gur go, "Hello."
Hello?
Is it time yet?
Like, I think Noelle is just at this point, like just scraping whole, like, shelves of books into the bag, just, like, kind of trying. Basically, Noelle is, like, basically clearing out the restricted section. How many books do I have time to take? Because I've already taken quite a few.
You've got some time. I mean, as far as you know, no alarms have been tripped. Nothing really. No one that, as far as you know, there's no reason for anyone to know that you're here yet.
But probably sooner rather than later would be cool.
So I'm gonna go over and assist Noelle and just hold my bag of holding as wide open as I can, right underneath where she's sweeping all the books off the shelf.
And I'm gonna be like, "Ew, books!" And I'm pull my head back through.
Okay. What if we all just grab all the books we can see together, like a team effort, and then like put them in the bag and then get out of here? Because I feel like we're never gonna be able to come back here.
Oh no.
Most
especially you.
Yeah. So we should just grab everything
Mm-hmm.
and then leave. We should like completely clean out this
What we
place.
definitely shouldn't be doing about it is talking. So keep filling the bag, sister.
Right, okay, cool. All of it.
So how long does it take us to just make this place look like a
Well, it
ghost
depends on
town?
how thorough you want to be, and what you're trying to take. If you're just trying to take some of the books, that's fine. Just let me know if you're trying to take any of these items that you see on these pedestals.
Yeah, basically, no. Noelle is trying to clean the restricted section
Okay.
and is asking everyone to help her. Like, Noelle does not want a single book left in the restricted
Gotcha.
section. She's just sweeping the shelves, making these shelves are gonna polish. They're gonna be so
as
empty.
this is happening, we're gonna jump over to Gray and Shortbeard, who have been running for what seems like a long time.
Ever.
They finally made it outside of the castle walls, or the city walls, and have made their way to some small little trees that they could hide behind.
I'm an orc. Small trees.
Aye,
This
that
is
you
only
be, that you be an orc. Yeah, right foolish one to be doing what you're doing. If I hadn't have been where I was when I was, aye, you'd be in the stockades.
Where'd you come from? I don't.
I've been here since y'all left looking for Nargarax.
Oh. Well, did you know we were here?
No, I didn't know that I didn't think you all would be stupid enough to come back here knowing everything. You have to know that the entire town's looking for you.
Yeah, but you know it's a hoax, right? Like, it's all a
Absolutely.
joke.
I wouldn't think that you all would be so stupid as to do something like that. No.
Okay, well, before you go so far as to say all of that, well, hold on. So you and the king are tight, right? What's going on with the king? Is he okay? Like,
The king?
isn't the king supposed to be like?
King is dead.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, was it Huge Ass? Who killed him? Do you know?
I don't know exactly what happened, but it seemed like it was the leader of the church.
The what's his name? Well, what's her name?
Holy Eclipse.
His name is the
Him.
Holy Eclipse.
His name is the Holy Eclipse. Okay, shit. So you think the Holy Eclipse, the leader of the church, killed the king?
Do you remember when we were on that island?
Yeah,
And
I fucking hated that place.
Do you remember? Do you remember they were talking about those people with many faces?
Yeah.
I think they be shapeshifters.
Oh no, we've been dealing with shapeshifters this entire time. Okay, so what do we? All right, listen. I have to get back to the crew. Do you want to come with me? What else do you have to do here?
I've been trying to hunt down Nargarax. I remember when y'all were leaving, we couldn't find him, and he's a dear friend of mine, and I couldn't just let him be lost. I think he might have been sniffing around and found out something that he wasn't supposed to find out.
Oh no! Are you just? Do you think maybe he was captured?
He had to have been captured because he would have. I would have been able to find him.
Okay. So that's what you're doing. Do you want help?
I could absolutely use the help, but it seems like you and the crew are in the middle of something. What's going on? What were you doing?
Well, better to show than to tell. Come with me.
Yes, but we must be very, very careful. Let's stick to the outside here.
Sounds great.
All right.
And we're off.
And you're off. So we go back to the library. And you all are still clearing everything out?
Yeah. Can we check how much we've managed to clear? Like how many of the books we've managed to scrape into the bag of holding?
percentage-wise, how empty are the shelves now?
You've got about. You've also got to keep in mind that this is a very expansive library, and you all are just trying to like wholesale clear it out. You've got maybe about 15% of the books in here, and the bag of holding is starting to get pretty full.
How much of the history of forbidden magic and forbidden history have we got? Because those are the important
you've got about
ones.
30% of each of them. If you want to like surgically like just take those books and those books, you could do it much quicker and more efficiently.
I feel like that would be good. Yeah, sorry. I feel like I should have communicated that. Sorry. I'm out here getting forbidden history of clarinets.
Those rascally clarinets.
Well, if we ever end up with another bard, it might be helpful.
Sister Nova, as you're clearing books.
Uh-oh.
As you're clearing books, our mom turned to stone. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, you're good. Also, this would go faster. This would go faster if you had help.
I did ask Holly, Hera, and Gur to help.
I'll come in there.
Hey guys, go help.
I will reluctantly.
The dimension door closes behind Gur. That is because dimension doors can only take 2 people at a time. But don't worry, Prongle he had no intention of stepping through that dimension door. He is a little scaredy cat.
Now he's a scaredy cat in the dark. War skull.
Can I quickly? Sorry. Can I? You know that book I was reading earlier, and it said that we were all like descended from like a great hero. Does that also apply to like Sister Nova and Q? Because you only said
those are the only ones that
3.
you started tracing those back, and by the time you were getting ready to do the rest of the party, that's when Gur kind of like popped his head up, and then the priority switched to get as many books as you can.
Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
So if you wanted to sit down and take some time to go over that, you can. But as you are going through grabbing books, you see a folded piece of parchment. And it has your name written on it.
Sister Nova or Noel? Because Sister Nova isn't my name, it's a title.
Well, this is true. It doesn't have your like name on it, but it says Sister Nova on it, but it looks like it was left there recently. And
I pick it up.
It is in your journal, in your roll 20. It's a very small mysterious note. It's not signed by anybody, but you can probably guess. As you read this, you make that face. Everybody roll me a perception check, except for Sister Nova, please.
Cowabunga, dude.
And everybody, I apologize, but we are probably going to push an extra 10-15 minutes because there's not enough to stretch into another episode. So we are going to finish this the fuck out right now.
It's an 18 on mine.
Quentin, you absolutely notice this expression on Noelle's face right now. And at that, you hear footsteps, lots of them, and before long you see all of the guard for the church standing there. And
Can I do a stealth check?
before we get to that, hold on. You see the figure of huge ass behind this group of guards. Now, a lot of things are going to happen here very, very quickly. Boom, 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 boom. The entire room is going to be filled with a brilliant, brilliant light, blinding light even. So bright that it almost makes you all feel like you're about to pass out. We're going to jump back over to Gray and Shortbeard. Gray, you have been filling in Shortbeard as you have been walking. But you just abruptly stop. And you feel this like warmth inside of you. And then all of a sudden everything around you just turns to this bright light, and you hear Shortbeard going, "Hey, what be this? What manner of devilry is there?" Everyone, you all find yourselves in a very large, open, white, sterile room. You assume there are probably walls somewhere, but because of the nature of how white and sterile everything is, it looks like it could just be blank canvas going on forever.
Did we all die on the plane crash?
No, but
I'm
this twist might make you hate me just as much as the writers for Lost. We'll see.
I swear to God, if you guys are still on the island, I swear to God.
No,
I
no,
swear
no,
to
but
fucking
hold on.
God.
If you wake me up on an island, I want a golden retriever sleeping next to me when I wake up.
Off in the distance, you see this figure start to get closer and closer. It's bright lavender, purple, gold, just shining through. Sister, you notice what this is immediately. You want to venture a guess as to what you think it is?
Is it
It's
Skepta?
Skepta.
Oh, I thought it was Grimace.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was Grimace. Hamburglar stole all my
I'm the
burgers.
closest thing we got to
Is
Grimace.
that what Grimace sounds like? I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard Grimace talk.
Me either.
It's that.
So,
it's what you just said.
You hear Skepta's voice call out to everybody. "Ah, I didn't think we would actually meet, but here we all are. It's the time for non-involvement is over."
It was over like 3 acts ago, but I better late than
She
never.
looks at you all and goes, "Well, congratulations. You all have failed. Edinia will die. How does that make you all feel?"
Honestly, kind of relieved. It's not really my job anymore.
Eh,
But also very miserable, and I am gonna cry about it later.
She looks at everybody and goes, "You have all been on an amazing journey so far, but unfortunately it was not enough. Do you all realize what has happened? What you have done?"
I definitely don't realize. Could you explain it, please?
Skepta, the whole point of your faith, of the rules you set, was that you were clear and precise with everyone, and this entire time you've been so vague. You've been so vague, and it's like it's just can you for like 5 seconds? For 5 seconds, can you follow the principles of your own religion?
She approached.
Oh,
She
it's not just me,
approaches. She
then.
approaches you, and she puts her hand on your shoulder, and you are just filled with this immense calm and warmth. And she
Boy,
goes,
she shut you up with a shoulder touch.
she looks at you and
She
she goes,
Vulcan neck pinched
That
you.
makes me mad.
she basically, she effectively just walked up to you and said, hey, calm down.
No. I rebuke. Can I do a wisdom saving throw?
she looks at you and she goes, unfortunately, I can only get involved so much.
You're literally a god.
Well, yes and no. What is a god?
Are you a god?
What is?
A god is an all-powerful
To you,
being.
to the normal everyday person in Edinia, they could look at someone with your power and
You know
call
what?
you a god.
You know what? Just tell us. Just tell us. You called me a god. The church called me a demigod. Like,
I skipped that. Long-time listener, new-time follower. My only worry here is that, you know, when somebody asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
also, his patron said that you're a god, and if other gods are saying that you're a god, you're kind of a god, boo-boo. I don't know how else to break it to you.
But there are beings with more power than us gods and demons.
Yeah, and I might be one of them. And I cast Firebolt at Skepta.
Oh my god, is Skepta the big bad? I swear to god, if Skepta's the big bad, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Your firebolt hits her and it doesn't do anything. She looks at you and goes, I will forgive this transgression.
Fuck.
Okay, Skepta, what do you want? What do you want?
If I had not intervened when I did, you all would have been locked up, maybe even worse, killed.
Poppycock.
And the entity
No, it's kinda true, to be fair.
known as oh fudge, what did we say her name
They
was?
couldn't hold just me. What makes you think they could have held all 5 of us?
Not Phoenicia?
Malphoenicia?
Hold, please. Hold. I've got it right here. This is why you save everything.
Bugface baby eating O'Brien.
Malar, sorry. Malar is the actual entity's name. She's got like 15 names. So Malar is the name. What were we going on with that? Okay, yes. Back to where I was. Fuck, what was the question?
The question was, how badly hurt have you been by my amazing fireball?
No.
No, you
No, the
you said that
question-
we were all going to be captured, and I said
Question is,
poppycock,
what do you want?
and I said they couldn't hold just me. What makes you think they could hold all of us?
Look, Skepta, look. You said that you chose me to carry out your message, and I'm so humbled and thankful for that position. But if you could like drop us off at like the nearest news station so I could give them this like pile of evidence I found, that would be fantastic. I would be giving the people the education they need, and I would be proving myself innocent, which would be very cash money if I do say so myself.
Yo, that's wild.
So yeah, thanks, Mom, for the ride. Please drop us off here.
She says, I will be dropping you off, but I am afraid
I swear to God.
it's not going to be great. Listen.
No.
You
Where are you
have
dropping
no
us off?
idea the torment that this entity Malor has endured.
Then tell us, Goddess of Knowledge.
Malor has been imprisoned by her other two entities that created this entire world and us and everything in it for her entire existence almost. She's tired. She cannot die while Edinia exists. Do you understand now what she is trying to do?
No.
She's trying to nap.
No, could you explain that?
Has she tried taking ibuprofen?
She is on a mission to destroy the entire world. And you, unknowingly, have been pawns in her plan.
Love
Great.
that for us. What else is new?
The staff of power that you retrieved. Did you not think it odd that no one
didn't
could
retrieve
retrieve
it.
it but you? Yeah,
I didn't
she's not
retrieve
looking
it.
at you. She's looking at the rest of the group now. Did you not find it odd?
Listen, this whole thing has been odd. But I'm with, Noelle. Can you just, what do we need to do? Why are you dropping us off somewhere like we did something wrong? We were just trying to do the right thing.
You're
and
right. You're absolutely.
Yeah, we're being
you are
manipulated.
absolutely
And,
right.
you could have told us this 1,000 times.
We have a strict policy on non-involvement, or
Policy?
I should
You're
say
the fucking
little
Apple Store.
Policy.
involvement.
Okay.
Which is why, sister,
You or them?
sister, you have been so frustrated to only get bits and pieces and visions from me because I have been playing by the rules. Unfortunately, the ones on the other side are content to not. So the gloves must come off.
But who made the rules? Like, is there a hierarchy of gods? And if there is, who's the top god? Why can't we go change the god laws so that gods can actually do their duties, right? Because how are you supposed to operate as a goddess of knowledge when you're not allowed to provide knowledge? And it's just
Listen, Jesus or
I'm
just Zeus is gonna get an earful when I get up there after I die because I can't. What are you doing? What are we doing next? What's happening here?
Gray is being very bold and assuming that he's going to heaven.
That's very.
You
That's
see,
accurate. Very accurate.
you see, you all, since you've started your mission, haven't been playing with a full deck of cards. You've been getting bits and pieces of information, but you've never had the full picture as you do now.
Okay, well,
Little
just
miss,
spit it out.
I'm gonna
Give
be
it
in
to
the
me.
I've given it.
window.
I've given it to you.
Is there anything else?
Yes.
Anything?
The entity also has control of a group of shapeshifters, and she is using that to control your measly world.
Measly.
Well, I love
So
that
what do you
for
want us to do
us.
about it?
You all are destined to stop them once and for all, because
Are we destined? Or are we destined to fail?
And how do you figure that? We couldn't even get out of the church without nearly getting a fast pass to meet the god.
well, I could tell you how you all are destined, but I believe one of you may have found out information while you were ransacking the church.
Oh, was it me? It probably wasn't me. No, Noelle had a brief oh, is it me? And then it was no, it's not me. It's not. I'm the chosen one, but that means nothing apparently.
Noelle, before we ended up here, I couldn't help but to notice a certain look upon your face.
Oh
Before
yeah.
the palace guard so rudely interrupted us. You want to tell us about the note you were reading?
I think the Holy Eclipse set me up. I think the Holy Eclipse knew that I would go to the forbidden section, the restricted section.
Shortbeard, before I got before you took me, whatever this was telling me that he's pretty sure the Holy Eclipse, get this, guys, murdered the king. The king's dead.
Oh, the king.
Yes, the king is
King's dead.
He's pretty sure the Holy Eclipse did it, and that he's some sort of like shapeshifter.
Yes, and now the king is about to be replaced by another shapeshifter, and no one else will know.
Motherfucker.
Wait, but what about Brock? Brock's the rightful heir. What about Brock? Where is Brock in all this?
Well,
Who the fuck is Brock? Like, I don't even know.
Brock Lee, the son and heir to the throne.
Yeah, Brock.
I missed this. I was probably not there in that episode.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
No, this is
Brock Lee, I
also
love
this
it.
is also like 8 months ago. So
Oh, word. Shit.
Yeah.
Also,
But where's Brock? Brock's my friend. I pull out like from my journal like the pressed flower that he gave me before I left for the quest. Like it's all pressed, but it's preserved perfectly in like a flat form. He gave me this flower as a symbol of our friendship. It was not.
What Prongle's not Prongle.
What happened?
Oh my gosh,
what happened to
Prongle!
Brock?
He's still in the sewers.
Shit.
Listen, light lady, what is happening? What is going on here?
Her name is Skepta, and she's a moron.
all right. Speaking of morons, hiya!
How can we tell if they're shapeshifters or not?
finally, someone's actually
come
asking
silver, I know
legitimate
that.
questions here.
Leave it to Gurr to be the only one here with a thought in his head.
He's got to get Bonk back.
Skepta looks at you and says, silver. Shapeshifters cannot touch silver.
We knew this. You gotta have
Okay,
something
yeah, we
more
knew
Go
that.
around
right.
the whole town and just touch everyone with silver.
Possibly.
Yeah. I'll do it.
But I
Give
cannot
me that
send you.
dollar.
I cannot send you back to the place in time where with which I pulled you from
What do you mean the place? in
because
time?
it was already too late. If
Wait,
you all are
what?
to succeed in your mission, then you need a do-over. I am
Skepta,
going to
please
send
can we use
you
the
all
evidence that we
back
found?
to the beginning.
Skepta,
No,
Skepta,
no, listen,
Skepta,
hold on. Are
Skepta,
we gonna have to?
Skepta, look at me.
And she
look at
goes-
me,
and she
Skepta,
goes-
Skepta, I have so much evidence in my bag. Please do not evaporate it.
She's
Are we
going to
gonna
go.
have avoid interaction with our old selves. Like, what's happening here? Is this?
She's going to look at you all. She's going to look at you all and goes.
You're doing me so dirty
She's gonna
right
say, in order for this to work, you all must work through some baggage.
What?
Thanks.
now. What baggage? I don't have any problems.
I will send you all back. And then you must endeavor to do things differently.
Oh.
Okay, send us all back to when though, because we didn't start out this journey together. Are we going to go
Yeah.
back like with all of the information that we already
What if
have?
we're the thugs we beat up in the first?
Go back to when?
You
back
will
to
keep.
town?
You will be able to keep all of your knowledge and experience. Any items you may have found along the way will be yours to keep as well.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
We have a coffee.
Yes,
on the
yes,
drink
yes,
section.
Quentin.
Retcon Deus Ex Machina for the mission we didn't go on, maybe?
Oh,
I wouldn't say anything either.
And she claps her hands. And everybody is
I didn't
pulled.
steal the bread.
Everybody feels like they're being pulled left and right. Everybody's being separated. And you all,
I do not want to be dead. I want to be alive or a cowboy.
alive or a cowboy, as if you can't be both.
True.
Sister Nova,
Cowboys are only for
Sister
heaven.
Nova, you come to in a field lying on your back. And some steam is smoldering off of you. You look down and you have some singe marks on your robes. And then you see the hand of Mother Star reaching down to pick you up. And you should really pay more attention. Otherwise, you're never going to pass this dueling exam. And end. Dun, dun, dun. Season 1 is done.
Woo!
Dun 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 dun.
We did it.
It only took a year.
took a year.
Look at that.
Only took
Was
a
it
year.
just a year?
One
was
more
1 year and
time.
1 month,
One more
30 days.
time.
One more time. Yes, everybody is getting sent back in time.
Oh boy.
Does that mean you guys are back on the island? Are you guys still on the island?
I will tease that maybe not everybody was sent back to the same time.
Motherfucker. Listen,
Oh.
what are we gonna name season 1 and what are we naming season 2?
Well, season 2 is definitely the Dharma.
Season 2
Season
trauma
1
center.
is
Season one's
okay,
lost.
so season 1 is Oops All Bimbos. Season 2 is Bimbos Reunion Tour.
Oops, all bimbos has to be the name of season 1.
Oh, that's fun.
So, at what point, or like, how many seasons do you think we have to get through before we actually end up on the storyline Dungeon Dragons wants us on?
It
I'm
all
guessing
depends on
about
how much
six.
how
How
much
many
fuckery
time
we
travel
put in
plots?
for, like, you know.
This is for all for the barracks, by the way.
Mhm.
This is all because
Yeah,
of the
right.
That's funny.
I started hatching this plan
Absolutely.
the moment it was 2 episodes straight in the barracks. No, honestly, this idea popped into my head like 3 weeks ago. Literally, I was like, ooh, wouldn't it be interesting if they went back in time and had all their knowledge and experience and got a chance to maybe do better? Who knows?
We love spicy
What-
Groundhog
Yeah, this is a
Day.
spicy-
Groundhog Day.
But listen, we didn't do poorly.
No. You didn't do poorly. You
We just fell into all like the trappings of the people who are manipulating us because it was hard to figure out what the fuck we're supposed to do.
mhm. and a lot of that's on me. I created a very convoluted storyline that wrapped and weaved and went around and all that good stuff.
And
But-
bobbed and globetrotted and sunk dunks and twisted sisters. I don't know what I'm saying. Go ahead.
What Atlas says, wait, the visions y'all had in the mirrors, is that what you're doing? Atlas, that may play a part. But I have some interesting ideas for what we're gonna end up doing here. We do have some plans for what's gonna replace Edinia on Wednesdays. I'm gonna let
On Wednesdays.
I'm gonna
we're
let
working.
Good Devil take a few moments to talk about that before we close out the stream, and then I'll talk about scheduling for Wednesdays for the next couple of weeks while we get ready for the next project.
All right, guys. So, coming soon, now that we've hit the end of Dungeons and Dragons Edinia season 1, the next campaign coming for Wednesdays is going to be Ruby, the Grim campaign. We are running our own version of it. The source book is largely found on the the Ruby TTRPG subreddit, all right there. But for those of you that are fans of the show proper, we are going to be about 10 to 15 years prior to the events of the main canon of the show. So certainly for those of you that know the content, that certainly means some big bads can have some pieces moving into place at the time. Maybe a few cameos of those pieces being moved around. Who knows? It's really going to depend on how good of an impression I can do. Like, Quest Giver Crow might be a thing. But yeah, it should be exciting. We got 4 very exciting huntsmen. Very happy to show them all to you and just see how cool they can be as they destroy the monsters of Grimm that are plaguing the face of remnants.
That's so cool.
I love it. It's going to be so much fun. And that's
Is
going to be coming.
that taking?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna ask what you're already answering, so you got it.
That's going to be coming up here soon. We've got a few more pieces to put into place. We have all the players, so we just got to get everybody together to get all that stuff worked. I haven't talked to Devil about whether are you planning on doing every other week?
I have a basic way I can formulate the volumes, if you will. So and the volumes might go by quick, they might go by slow if we're going by Lords and Ladies of Fate standards. So who knows? It's really going to depend on the players and how they want to attack. What I put forward to them, because there is an objective. There is going to be a theme to the volumes that, again, if you're a fan, hopefully, maybe not. Hopefully, you guys pick up on it and see just what kind of a story I'm putting these Huntsmen through.
Perfect. Well, that will be coming soon. While we're getting season 2 of Edinia squared away, I'm thinking probably a couple of months at the most of a break to get everything in order, ready to go. Hey, you know what the best part about sending all the players back in time? I still have all the assets from all the other stuff that they did. So we're good. We're good. Hey, you guys going back to the island? I got the island.
Now we get to the bread and butter of why Dungeon Daddy has chosen this round for us.
It's like I think it's gonna be really interesting, especially for Sister Nova, because it's like you guys are all gonna be still on the island, and meanwhile it's just gonna be like Groundhog Day / slice of life shit for Sister Nova at the library.
We'll talk
Just
about
be
that.
like,
We'll talk about that in between seasons. Players, I'm gonna individually one-on-one with you at some point in time over the next couple of weeks to kind of set the tone for the first couple of episodes of season 1 or season 2, because it's gonna be all over the place. But yes, next week though, we will most likely, I'm thinking either a podcast. It's been a while since we've done a podcast.
Probably.
Can we
Jackbox.
please do a Jackbox? Because you guys always do Jackboxes without me, and I really want to do a
Sure, yeah.
Jackbox.
You know what? Let's do this.
Jackbox.
Next week we will do Jackbox Party Pack 8 again, because we had so much fun with Job. We didn't play the other game that I wanted us to play. So maybe we'll start with that one, and then we'll do like 8 games of Job.
So how about this? Now that we've hit the end of Edinia here, or of Edinia season 1, I'm gonna try to get the huntsman. Why can't I talk right now? Together for a session 0, pretty soon. So I'll work on that. But I kind of feel safe saying a preliminary start date for the Grim campaign.
March
9th.
9th. Let me see
March
what
9th.
that will have. That boom. Oh man, that's perfect. So here's what we're gonna do next week. We are gonna do Jackbox Party Pack 8. Be here to enjoy that. The following week is going to be the next episode of Off the Rails, our Lords and Ladies of Fate podcast. And we will use that to also talk about and ramp up the excitement for the season premiere of Ruby Grim campaign on March 9th. Join the Discord to make sure that you're privy to all kinds of updates and whatnot, open casting calls. We do have some games for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, that are currently moving forward with 3 players. Please, if you want to play Dungeons and Dragons or Rifts, join the Discord, hit that open casting call. Let us know what you like.
I think they're actually going to start with the 3 players.
That's pretty
this
awesome.
weekend.
So we're going to be starting that this weekend. That's awesome. A lot of cool things going on here. And that is, correct me if I'm wrong, that is Saturday 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Perfect.
I think so.
Like I said, join the Discord. We will make sure that we're doing some really good updates on that as we have them. Join us tomorrow for what I am absolutely sure is going to be the death of somebody in the Aliens campaign. I swear to God, if someone's gonna die, okay?
Someone is definitely going to die, if not many.
I have a feeling that not tomorrow's episode of Aliens, but 2 weeks from now, that episode of Aliens is going to be like 3 people. So,
And they're also, I think they're also still looking for another player in the what will take over for Star
yes.
Trek. The Solar Patrol, I think is what it's called. And it'll be like your Flash Gordon-y type, like cheesy early like 30s, 40s sci-fi
Flash
type environment.
Sweet.
And TV, do you have any updates on the bustling blitz and where we're at with that?
We do have some updates. I am still looking for an artist, but I feel like at this point, that's just gonna be a dead ambition dream. I would like to do a session 0 with the players for that campaign at some point, just to kind of like catch us all up, see where we are, see if we're still happy with the characters we have, discuss what we're doing for graphics, discuss if we're all okay with the characters, make adjustments if we need to, etc.
Me and Jesse made the same character.
They're not the same. They're not the same.
They're quite similar.
They are similar, but it's like I felt like there was enough nuance between the two for it to be effective.
Vij is asking if she can guest star on the podcast. Absolutely.
Yes.
You just have to come with a topic to talk about.
Yeah, like we ever do.
Actually, honestly, that would be very, very good to get everybody used to seeing you, because I'm pretty sure it's not spoiling anything to say that Vij is going to be one of the huntsmen in the Ruby Grimm campaign. So you will definitely be able to see Vij is going to be joining the cast side of Lords and Ladies of Fate come the 9th of March. So we're all pretty excited to have her.
I'm a real boy.
Yay. So let's go ahead and let's get a raid going. This is our last raid of season 1.
Let's do it. Goodbye, season 1.
I miss you
Bye.
already. And I am dreading.
See if I can spell this right.
Having to avoid my own self in season 2.
See, okay, there are a lot of lore implications that I'm going to bombard you with as soon as the stream is over.
Well, that's great, because I'm gonna be bowing out almost as soon as the stream is over.
Yeah, me too. I gotta walk my dogs.
Yeah.
But please feel free to message me any of your. Oh, that's it. We're done.